Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's been like a really long time since we've been live. As you can tell, I'm dressing casual today because, the way I see it, that if I have to wait for everything to look good before I go live, it's never going to happen. That's why we haven't been live for a long time. So here we are. So, hey, everyone. Hey, T. Johnson on YouTube, Tanya, Deborah, Larry. Thank you, Tanya. So, for those of you who have been following me or maybe haven't seen or, whatever, part of my absence is because I have not been feeling great, but in a good way. Nick and I are expecting. I can't see it right now, but we're having our first child in August. So really, really excited. If you guys have been following me the past year or so, you know that last year started off really rough for me with the loss of my dad. And so it was really cool to be able to end the year knowing that new life is coming. So thanks for being so patient with me with my absence. Hey, Marisol. Hey, Shanirika. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. I read it really quickly. And yes, thank you. Hi, Diane. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do a super, super long live tonight just because I am leaving tomorrow morning for Lafayette. How do you local say it? Lafayette, Louisiana. I am going to be at the Everything Embroidery Market. So I'm teaching 3 classes on Saturday and Sunday. And so we fly out very early. Our flight leaves at 6:45. So I have to finish packing the rest of my things, and then I will see you in Lafayette. If you are in the area, close enough drive, there's still time to get tickets. So I'd love to see you there. So what we're going to do is we are going to be pressing some hats. So let me grab a couple. So I have these flat bill snapback hats. I ordered these from S&S Activewear. So at home where I live, my church is changing its name. So we're going to make some hats for it. So we're going to do 2 methods for it. We're going to do these what are the colors? Gold and black leatherette patches. And we're also going to be doing some HTV on these caps as well. So here's one of the designs that is going on there. So let me turn my camera so you can see my press really quickly. So I didn't close my closet. Look at my messy closet, guys. So we are working with our Heat Press Nation cap press. Let me close this because it bothers me. There we go. So here's our cap press here. So this is what we're going to be working with. So I'm going to very quickly just go ahead and turn it on. And these patches press at 270. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to 270 first. Oops. 275 for 12 seconds. So we're going to do our leather patches first. And then we're going to set that up in our Glowforge. So let me go over here, fix my camera, and let me show you how I set up my file quickly. So let's go through. Sorry, I'm out of breath all the time now. So please bear with me. So let's go through and open my Glowforge and add that to you guys. Okay, so you can see I have my Glowforge open right here. And so I have my design over here on the left. And then you can see I actually have some cardboard in there. So we're going to be doing a jig for this. So we're going to go ahead and set my focus while we set up our design. So a jig allows me to line up my design so I can do multiples. And I don't have to worry about resetting my alignment, resetting my material height. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and use Glowforge Premium to draw a circle. Now, if you don't have Glowforge Premium, you don't need it. There's plenty of things that you can do. Hey, Jennifer, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in there. And so these patches are 3 inches. So I'm going to set this circle to be 3 inches, which is the width of it. And then my design will be able to line up right in there. So there's my 3-inch design. So that means that I can increase the design for my hat to fit in there. So I'm going to make it 2.6 is fine. And so I'm going to take both of these and use my alignment tool. So I'm going to center it and center it. Now, if you don't have Glowforge Premium, you do not have to get it if you are good with your other software. All of these steps can just be done in whatever design software you're using beforehand. You guys know I use Silhouette Studio. So I'm going to take this, let's hide that, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. So I'm going to make 2 of these tonight just because it is an engraving, so I don't want to wait forever for this engraving to go. So the first thing we're going to do is enter our settings for the circle. We're going to cut the circle first. So we're going to go over here. We're going to do cardboard. This is one that I programmed in, but I did speed of 180 and precision power of 90. And then right here for the patches, we're going to ignore it because nothing is going to happen on this round. So I would like to preface that I realized I didn't pin down my cardboard when I put this down. So who knows how good, actually, no, we're going to pin down the cardboard and reset the focus because it's not worth it, okay? So I'm just going to very quickly, I'm not going to turn my camera, but I'm just going to take my honeycomb pins and pin down my cardboard just to ensure it doesn't move. Now, we will have to reset our focus just because we opened the lid. And if you're new, you haven't been watching, please let me know if you have any comments as we're going. I love to ask questions as they're relevant. Also, I just love general feedback. So if you're like, hey, I like that color, or hey, your hair looks bad, that's fine too, because I just love feeling like you're talking to me. So I'm going to pin these down. So you'll see in the right corner of my Glowforge, it said lid open. So now it says scanning. We're going to go through and set my focus again. And now that I'm thinking about this, when this engraves, it's going to take, excuse me, I have the hiccups now too, a little bit longer. So I'm going to set my press for the vinyl while we're waiting. So I'm going to hit the middle and I'm going to bring my heat press up to 310. Okay, so we'll let that come to temperature so you can see now our design is ready. So we'll go through, oops, get out of there, honey. Get out of here. Hit print. So this shouldn't take long at all because it's just cardboard. So it says 36 seconds. So while we do that, I'm going to move my camera so you can see it a little bit better. And then you can see when I swap it out too. Okay, so let's go through. Turn on my inline fan and hit cut. So I'm going to go ahead and actually remove my screen share so you can see the cut going. There we go. Okay, so there's the cut. All right, so I'm moving my microphone so you can hear me. So while we're waiting, we're going to be using these leather patches. These are from JDS. These are black but engraved gold. Another thing about them is they're set with one on each side. So I'm just going to do both like this. So I'm just waiting for my Glowforge to finish cooling and then we'll open this up. So the way that this jig works is that we're cutting the same thing. It's the same design that's being cut. So if you're familiar with registration marks for vinyl, it's almost like using part of your design as a registration mark. So we're going to take this, leave this in here, and pull out our circles. So now we can pop our circle right in here. This one's a little bit tricky because the adhesive is on the other side. So I'm going to very gently lift right here. There we go. And the reason why this is happening is because we have the two on there that are joining. And so this like little adhesive is not even. So that was easy. I just slid that in. And then let me just fix this real quick. My press is up to temperature if you can hear that. All right, so now we have our patches in here. They're fitting really well. So now we're gonna close this. Hold on, my press is ready. Okay, I got it. All right, so let me share my screen again so you can see what's going on in Glowforge. Okay, so our print is done. So now we're not going to touch anything, okay? So we don't need to set focus again because we set it once before, and then our machine automatically does it again once it starts it. So we're going to go over here, ignore, and then engrave. So I program my own settings. So I have, where is it? Not marble leather. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Black silver leather. It's because I did that first. But you can see my settings are really light, speed 900 and just 15 for power. So you can see, you can kind of see in the screen, it looks like it's misaligned, but don't worry about it, okay? So it's going to realign once it goes again. It's just important to set your focus at the very beginning to get a good idea of what your material is going to look like. And then after that, you can go through and kind of go from there. So we're going to go over here. And you can see it says select material. What we'll do is we're just going to set it to cardboard. Well, yeah. So don't worry, it's going to realign. And then we'll hit print. And then Marisol, does the engraving of leather smell super horrible? Okay, so some, if you use actual genuine leather, can smell, but that's why we have the filter. I always recommend for leather to use leatherette, which is basically something that's made for your laser. So this is Laserable leatherette. It's not real leather. So if you have someone who's vegan, that's something that could be better for them. But also it's made to be lasered, so you know you're going to get better results. So you can see it's preparing my print. This may take a little bit longer. When I did one earlier, I think it was around 9 minutes. This design itself is really detailed. Okay, so we're going to do 19 minutes. So it's really going to go for a while. I'm debating. I'm going to cancel that print and just do one because I want you guys to see me pressing. Okay. Let's go ahead and print and we'll just do one just because I want to have enough time. Hi, Jillian. Kevin, these are from JDS. You do need a business license to shop with them, but places like Johnson Plastics Plus also has something similar, so you can kind of check that out as well. All right, so this goes for 10 minutes. I'll show you it's starting, and then we're going to come over and weed some vinyl for our hats. So you can see, I'm going to move my camera closer so you can see it engraving. So you can see the gold starting to show right there. And it's just gonna keep going. So let's go ahead. Oops, sorry guys. Move my camera to weed some vinyl. So I'm gonna move. Oh no. Oh, it's just my HDMI. I lost picture for a second. All right, I have Port City over here, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, so now we're going to weed some vinyl. So here is, you know, guys, like I say, lives were really fluid. So if my setup is not professional enough, I apologize. This is what we've got. This room actually that I'm in is going to be our nursery. And it's not that big of a room. It's 9 by 10. So we're working on converting our garage into my studio, which I'm very excited. It's a 2-car garage, so I'll have more room, but this is what we have for now. So this is the design that we are pressing. So I'm going to show you that while I weed it. So we have time. This will take a little bit longer. So please, like, if you have any questions or comments, this is a good time to give it. Otherwise, we're just going to sit in kind of silence because I won't really know what to talk about. Hi, Cassandra. Thank you. I missed being live. I looked at my channel today, my last live, which really wasn't much. I was just replacing a belt on my machine, was 111 days ago. So I really got to get my butt in gear and put out more stuff for you guys. But I've just been really enjoying doing nothing, but at the same time, like just not feeling great. My first trimester wasn't too bad. I was just like so exhausted. I would have to take at least one nap a day. And then for some reason, and then I just got hungry. Well, I had a lot of food aversions, and then I would get nauseous when I was hungry, but nothing was good, you know. And then for some reason, morning sickness decided to come around 13 weeks. So it's not constant, but I never know if I'm going to feel like great or if I'm going to feel crappy. So hopefully we're able to harness our time a little bit better. But I do appreciate all your patience. I do miss doing lives with you guys. I had someone message me on Instagram asking if I was okay, and they missed my lives. And I was like, okay, I think I need to start doing them again. So here I am. So if you guys are in the Louisiana area, I will be in Lafayette tomorrow, actually. I'm teaching at the Everything Embroidery Market. I have sessions on Saturday and Sunday. I'd love to see you. Tickets are still available if you do want to go. Do we have this? Yes, I'll keep you posted. I'm in Florida too, so it's going to be quite a few steps. We're going to have to do some insulation and split AC and all that fun stuff. Okay, so I'm going to move this because we're going to press. So let me just readjust all my stuff. And I'm going to come over to the other side of my table. Hold on. Okay, so I'm over here. I'm going to move my microphone so you can hear me well over here. And so I am using a Heat Press Nation cat press. I have it linked in the description here. Let me see if I can show you. Yes. So there's the baby. We're having a girl, but pretty exciting. So I am using Caesar Easy Weave, actually Easy Weave Stretch. So if I'll be honest, it's not my first choice to use on hats, but this is what I have, and so we're gonna make it work. So my hats are over there. I gotta go get them. Sorry. Here I go. Jungle Gym. Okay. So here's our hat. I have, it's kind of hard to see because of the light and everything's backward. I did a 5-panel hat. So this seam does not go all the way down. People press 6-panel hats all the time, but I find them very, very difficult. So I switched to 5-panel so I don't have to worry about seams, especially when you're doing vinyl. Okay, so when we put this in our cat press, one thing to note is when you bring this down, you can kind of see. Let me bring the camera a little closer. Let me fix the light so it's not backlit. Okay, right here, it's not, there's so much space. So you're not going to get the pressure for your vinyl. So what you can do is you can take foam, or me, I just do a washcloth. I'm using this to raise it to fill that space. So now I can take this. Oops, I'm going out the back. And now it's, it's kind of hard to see, but when I press down, it's padded behind it. It's got that washcloth. So now I'm going to place my design on here, and I always use some heat tape. So I am using heat tape from Artistry. Actually, I really like their tape. It's very firm. It's great. It's for their iron-on ink stuff, but I use it for sublimation as well. But it's nice and firm, and it can really help tape down. So I'm also going to tape down these edges so that the top part of it doesn't lift up. And when you do this, if you do vinyl, I would also trim your carrier a lot closer than I did. I don't know why I left so much space, but it's too late. I'm already committed. Okay, so we have this right here. So we're going to go ahead, bring our press down. I'm going to adjust a little bit because it looks like part of my design won't be under the plate. So we're going to go ahead, bring this down. And my pressure wasn't very high. So before I do any more, I'm just going to go ahead and lift it, increase my pressure a bit, then close it. Okay, so that resisted a little bit more, so I want higher pressure. Oh, the timer was still going from the old one. Oh, Cassandra, I have some old mouse pads she uses as filler. That's a good idea too. I just always have a bunch of washcloths around, so that's what I use for my pressing. Okay. We're gonna go through, and the top of this actually got cut off, so we're gonna go through and bring this down one more time. What are you thinking, guys? Do you have any questions? So again, vinyl's not my first choice, but we are doing it. Okay, and let me take my lint roller. Okay, so here, a little bit of a problem. I messed it up right there because it lifted, okay? So, oh, it's not even, oops. So you can see my vinyl's lifting down here, so it didn't get enough pressure. So we're going to reapply it and press it again. So for the top part, you want to make sure that you have it down, like down safely. So you can see that I did it. My carrier was lifting, which lifted my vinyl. So I'm going to use this heat tape to straighten that out. And again, if you guys are new, I make lots of mistakes and lies. Part of it's just a trial and error thing. So welcome to the mistake part of it. And to cover this, I'm going to use my Artist Pre-Protective paper. This is actually used more for like iron-on ink and sublimation, but I think it's like the right consistency when I need to do stuff on my cat press as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and use it on there too. It's taped on there, but I'm just going to rip it like this. And I have another one, so we'll see if we do the next one better. Do I ever do laser leather patches? Yes, that's actually what's engraving right now, Cassandra. We're going to go through and see if we had enough pressure. I need to bring it back a little bit more because it doesn't look like my the bottom of my platen was down here. So we're just going to go through. Pop this on. And then press it again. So again, like I said, HTV is like not my first choice, but you can do it. You could also get better foam padding. And then also with this design, because the lines are so thin, it does have a greater propensity to move. So I'm going to increase my pressure a little bit more and close that. So our leather patch is done, so we'll do that next. What do you guys think so far? Do you have any questions? Again, this is trial and error. Like, I know it didn't go perfectly the first time, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So we can take this little piece of tape off. And here's our hat. So HTV 5-panel hat. It's adhered on. So let me go through and get the leather patch and we'll do the next one. Okay, so here's our leather patch. If you look closely, it did engrave slightly off center. That I would account because of this adhesive. So when I do this again, I'm just going to do what I did previously, where I'm just going to do them one at a time and eyeball align them. I feel like I'm more accurate that way, but this will still work. So we're going to go through and apply this onto our hat. So we're going to take this adhesive off. Oh, it has 2 sets of adhesive. So I could have, oops, it has 2 sets of adhesive. So make sure you separate them if you get the JDS. I just thought they were attached. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here like this. And now we're going to tape it. And this needs, quite a bit because this patch is actually kind of large. So it curves up. So we're going to tape it on the top and bottom and in the middle to keep it from popping up. Thanks, guys. I don't like that it shifted a little bit, but that is really just an issue with not taping it down enough. So whenever you're doing hats, I've learned that you have to really tape the crap out of it to get it to stay. So we have our cap here. So we have it taped up here, taped down here. I'm going to move this paper insert. And then I need to drop the temperature on my press. Hold on, I set it to Celsius somehow. There we go. So this will be 275, and I'll do this for 12 seconds. So we'll let this sit a little bit. Do you guys have any questions while we wait on that? All right, so let me set up my cap while we do that. So again, this to lift up my cap. And we'll do this. And I'll be honest, guys, I like how a pressed cap looks, but I don't like doing caps. I'll be honest. There's so many other things I like to do, but this is not really one of them. So I'm going to lower my pressure. This is more of a medium pressure thing, maybe even light. Where did I get my leather? This specific one is from JDS. You do need a business license for JDS, but if you don't have one, Johnson Plastics Plus is also a good option. All right, so we're going to check. I have it taped down pretty well. I'm just going to test my placement. So it needs to come, this part of the hat needs to come up more so the plate can hit to it. And then I'll probably do this cover sheet as well. So we're at $2.99. So what do you guys think so far? Do you have any questions? Or, since I'm getting back into lives, are there any lives or topics you want me to cover? Also, let's say there's maybe a academy coming soon. What are some topics that you wish were in a formal education website that I would put out? Do I need Teflon for the leatherette? Yes and no. No, but I like to use this cover paper from Artist Free that's typically for sublimation just to give a little barrier. So that's mainly what I do, what I use it for. So I just going to put it on top. So my press is at, don't worry about that. My press is at 292, so we're letting it cool just a little bit longer. And then how have you guys been? Are you guys doing any projects? What's the deal? Okay, so we're at 287, which is close enough. It's dropping, so we're just going to go ahead and top it down. And we don't need a whole lot of pressure because this is leatherette and it's already got an adhesive on it. Right. All right, so I can already see that there's a press line in the top that didn't cover it. So I'm just going to take it and bring my press right back down so we can get the top of this patch as well. Tanya, thank you. Yes, show your support and hit the like button. Thank you so much. And again, if you're watching this and it's kind of chaotic, don't forget lives are never perfect. If you want more polished videos, my regular uploads are what you're looking for. But I like to treat my lives as a little bit of show and tell and a little bit of testing. So that's what we do in our lives. And again, like I said before, caps aren't really something I love doing or do often. So I'm bound to make mistakes with it just because it's not my go-to. So the bottom feels fine, but I'm just worried that it'll lift. So I'm going to go ahead and give it one more press. so I can get the bottom of my patch. Have I tried the AI feature Goal for It? So I have it, obviously, but like I don't have the creativity to figure out what prompt to do. So I want to use it, and like the demos look really good, but it's like I don't even know what to make with it. That's my issue. Okay. So check this out. Oh yeah, Kevin did some dance shirts of 2 colors using HTV front HTV. That's awesome. So there we go. So that is our leather and gold. And then here is our just normal white. So it did shift a little bit up here. Not my favorite, but it does work. So we have that. But that's everything that I was going to show you guys. So do you guys have any questions before I let you go, or any comments, any requests for a future live? Let me move this back over. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know it's been like a really long time. Like I know that. But we're getting back in the swing of things. Really excited for what's coming out, and hopefully you at least enjoyed watching stuff. If you didn't learn anything, maybe you did learn something, that'd be cool too. But yeah, so nice, real nice. So yeah, I will be in Lafayette tomorrow, and I'll be teaching Saturday and Sunday at Everything Embroidery Market. I'm so sorry I hit the microphone. I hope to see you there if you can. If not, I do have a list of things I need to work on and put out some more stuff for you guys. So I hope you guys have a great evening, a great weekend, and I'll hopefully be posting some pictures and videos from the show. So go ahead and check that out when you get a chance. So everyone, enjoy your night, and I will talk to you later.